Hey guys, it's Drew Pierce with NStyle Country. I'm here today with Matt Campbell. How are you?
Good. How are you doing, Drew?
I'm good, thanks. So your album, The Man with Everything, comes out this Friday.
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling about it?
I feel wonderful about it. It's great. It's nice to get the songs out and to get the whole package together and get it out to people. So, yeah, it's always a good feeling to get it off your plate and see what the people think of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Awesome. The album has a really old school classic country sound on it. What drew you to that sound?
Well, I love classic country music. I love the instrumentation, the pedal steel. We use a lot of that, and Telecasters, and really the songwriting. Songwriting in classic country music has a lot of weight to it. It's very adult. The themes are adult and it's serious, even if it's fun, people can dance to it. It's still hitting on some heavy themes, and I like that. So that mixed with the instrumentation and the vibe of old classic country, pedal steel for sure. That's my favorite. Yeah.
Can you walk us through your songwriting process?
Sure. For me, usually I'll have an idea pop into my head, a hook, or a phrase, something like that. It's usually born out of something that's on my mind, or something I've been mulling over for a while. And once it gets into my head, I can't get rid of it. It just bounces around in there, and it's almost like a puzzle for me. It's me trying to take the thoughts in my mind and arrange them in a way that I can put them out there to the world, and they make sense to me, and hopefully they make sense to other people. So sometimes they come really fast, and sometimes they take a long time to come to fruition. But yeah, it's all based on melodies and little hooks in my head, and really the need to express those ideas and those thoughts. Yeah.
Who are some of your musical influences?
Well, I'm a big Bob Dylan fan, a big Bob Dylan head. So his writing and his exploration of music and sounds and styles is big for me. Here in Nashville, I'm a big Ernest Tubb fan. One of the forerunners in classic, what we think of as classic country music, but really, to my mind, one of the fathers of country music in general, who had a lot to do with some of the things that we incorporate into the music industry today that we might take for granted. Ernest Tubb was really on the forefront of making some of that stuff happen. So I love Ernest Tubb, Woody Guthrie, these people that are characters unto themselves. Right now I'm listening to a lot of Edith Piaf, so...
Love that. I love her.
Yeah, that's outside of country, but... yeah, actually, in my songwriting, the phrasing and all that, a lot of that comes from rap and R&B from, I'm going to date myself here, from the late 80s and early 90s. A lot of those guys were great writers. Yeah. And the way they use words and the music flows, the beats and the rhythms, they're really good at keeping things moving. And so that's something I try to incorporate in my music too, is to kind of keep the song moving forward. And that's definitely something I picked up from R&B and rap, really.
That is so interesting. We've been talking about music, but we are NStyle Country, so we love talking about fashion. Can you tell us a little about what you're wearing right now?
Yeah, sure. This is an Allen Western Wear jacket. This is a company that was in Denver, Colorado. I'm from Denver originally. They're not around anymore, but it's just a nice kind of a wool blazer.
It's one of a kind.
It is. It definitely is. The jacket that I was wearing on the album cover, I got them from the same place, and that's also an Allen Western Wear jacket. This vest... I don't even know where I got this vest. Actually, I did get this vest at the same place I got the jacket, in Colorado. I've got a great friend who owns a store called Wear It Again Sam. It's in Fort Collins, Colorado, and she'll hold on to things for me. And so when I come into town, she says, "Oh, I have something for you. I have something for you." And this was one of those things. When I came in, she said, "Wait here, I've got something for you." And she brought it to me. And so this was part of a a 3-piece suit that I bought out of there. So it's got the pants and the coat and everything too. But I just use it as just a piece, an accent,
Totally.
And then you got to have the pearl button. If you're in Nashville, you got to have the pearl buttons. So for me, it's just about picking up pieces here and there, things that I like, and then incorporating them together. I do a lot of mixing and matching.
Yeah.
And so when I'm looking for things, when I'm out like at a vintage store or something like that, I'm looking for things that are versatile, that I can, wear with a lot of different outfits, a lot of different, looks. I can take this thing, I can dress it up with the suit, I can dress it down, I could, all of those things. I think that's important in fashion, in style. And in fact, the hat too, I didn't even think about this, but the hat, the vest, the coat all came from that same spot in Colorado. So that's kind of rare. Unique.
So what are some of your favorite places in Nashville to find like pieces for an outfit?
Oh, in Nashville, there's a great place called Live True Vintage over in Old Hickory that I really like. Tammy, she runs that store, and she's just she's a lot of fun. There's a nice new store, Anaconda Vintage, over on Trinity, is really nice. And yeah, I mostly pick up things, like I said, in vintage stores. But, I have to admit that I search the sale rack anywhere I go, because I think that's another place where you're going to find things that, are unique. Maybe other people didn't buy for some reason, but now you buy it and it stands out because it's not like everything else. So I do that a lot. If I go in, if I'm out shopping or something and go into a store, I just find the back. The little circular rack with the 10 things on it, I've gotten so many things like that. And I think that's a great thing to do. I don't know if this is a good thing to say, but like, I don't ever pay retail for clothes, It's just not something I do, because you don't have to. And you can find so many great pieces, and yeah, I could go on about this all day. But yeah, that's really what it's about, is finding the little pieces. I think of like as conversation starters, really, anything that can, as a musician out there, if I'm touring or I'm doing those kinds of things, anything that I have that someone can kind of grab onto, or, oh, hey, look at that coat, or look at this, or look at that, starts a conversation. Yeah. And it moves things forward, So, and that's a big reason why, I wear the hats. I've got a bunch of different hats, and, hats are a great conversation starter.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So what else should we know about Matt Campbell?
Oh man, I'm interested in meeting people. I'm interested in meeting you. I really am here for the audience. That's really what drives what I do. Communicating with them, communication with those that I don't know and the world around me. That's for me really what songwriting is about, and performing, and so that's what I like to do. Just that I'm here for you, and that I wanna meet you. Come on out to a show or find me online and take a listen and judge me by the music. That's really what I'm hoping. People take the music and make it their own. So yeah.
So where can we find you online?
You can find me at mattcampbelltroubadour.com. And I also have a production company called the Chicago Talking Machine Company. Ooh. So you can find me at chicagotalkingmachine.com as well, and find just some other projects that I've worked on and been involved with there. Some short films and music videos, and some radio shows. We did a radio show for Route 650 with WSM for the past year, so you can go and listen to all the archived episodes there too. So
cool.
Yeah.
And you have social media, I assume?
Yeah, Facebook. You can find me on the Book of Faces, on the Instagram, and Matt Campbell Troubadour at all of those. So
Awesome.
yeah, find me, like me, follow me, do whatever you need to do. Listen to me. That's really what I want you to do. But yeah.
Yeah. Last question. If you had one fashion tip for our audience, what would it be?
One fashion tip. Own it. Just own it. Whatever you're wearing, be confident in it. Feel good about it. Get things that make you feel good. If you wear a shirt and you try something on and you're like, yeah, you know what? I really feel good in this. Take that, run with that, because I really think that's what clothes and fashion and style, fashion and style are different things, I really think that's what that is about, is feeling good about yourself, presenting yourself, and knowing that you can find it anywhere. Like I said before, I always go to the sale rack. I always look for the off the beaten path thing that maybe other people pass by, but that's usually the thing that I get. And be creative with it. Let your be your own art piece, be your own artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming to talk to us.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
This is Drew Pierce with Matt Campbell, and you're watching NStyle Country.